In the previous episode, I created your very first pirate crew, the Scar Pirates. They are based on your amazing character suggestions. If you haven't watched the first episode, go watch it now. In this episode, I created your new pirate crew that can stand toe-to-toe with the Scar Pirates. If you want to be in future episodes, comment your idea, like, and subscribe for more. Now, the Obsidian Pirates. Let's jump right in. Let's start with the captain. I'll introduce to you Civ, the captain of the Obsidian Pirates, based on one of my favorite One Piece YouTuber. Civ is a former Marine who once lived in Justice. As a kid, he idolized the admirals, their strength, and their presence. So, he joined the Navy with hopes of becoming one of them. But everything changed during a mission that turned out to be a buster call. He watched as innocent people were slaughtered, fellow Marines died, and no one above seemed to care. That moment shattered his beliefs. Disillusioned, Civ turned his back on the system and formed his own pirate crew, not to rebel blindly, but to take down the very admirals he once looked up to. He also ate the tattoo fruit, a power that lets him bring his tattoo to life, summoning creatures or weapons from his own skin to fight beside him. Civ, the insignia. Meet Haruka, the musician of the Obsidian Pirates, requested by What the Duck. She was once a singer in a famous pirate performance group, sailing from island to island, spreading joy through music. But one night, Haruka's captain and crewmates betrayed her by taking advantage of her. Left with no choice, Haruka killed them all. Traumatized, she was later found by Civ, singing through tears. Her voice reached him deeply. He asked her to join his crew. At first, she refused, but Civ made the promise to protect her heart. And with that, she agreed. Haruka ate the tone fruit, allowing her to manipulate sound waves from her voice and body, turning her music into a powerful weapon. Haruka, the breakpoint. Next up is Quinn, the helmsman of the Obsidian Pirates, requested by Donnie Ronnie. Born on a winter island, Quinn grew up around ships. His father owned a small shipyard. As a kid, he'd pretend to be a pirate, steering old ships and dreaming of adventures. His father always warned him, stay out of trouble, but fight when you must. One day, corrupt Marines came demanding money. Things escalated, and his father told Quinn to flee. Quinn escaped by steering a ship into the open sea. When he returned, the Marines had taken over, and his father had vanished. Fueled with rage, Quinn fought back and reclaimed what was left of his own. Years later, Civ arrived looking for a ship. Quinn, now older and stronger, asked to join his crew, and Civ welcomed him aboard. Quinn also ate the cat fruit, model White Tiger. Quinn, the Silver Fang. Now we have Raleigh, the shipwright of the Obsidian Pirates, requested by Jam. Raleigh was a child of inventors who worked for the government, but they didn't see him as a son, only a distraction. Cold, distant, and obsessed with their deadly inventions, they left Raleigh to raise himself. He learned to build just to feel closer to them. He crafted toys to keep himself company. One day, he ate the puppet fruit, which allows him to trap souls into inanimate objects. After years of neglect, Raleigh snapped and did the unthinkable. Years later, he snuck into their old lab to steal a blueprint. There, he ran into Civ and the crew mid-battle and lent a hand. Impressed by his skills, Civ asked him to join the crew as their shipwright. Raleigh, the puppeteer. Next, Sparrow, the fighter of the Obsidian Pirates, requested by Virginia. Sparrow was trained by his father in swordsmanship from a young age. It was more than just training, it was their bond. But one day, a Navy admiral took that away, mistaking his father for a criminal. The admiral struck him down. The only words Sparrow remembered were, he was just a collateral damage. Fueled by grief, Sparrow trained relentlessly and began hunting Marines, one by one. His growing reputation eventually caught the attention of the higher-ups. Civ had seen his bounty and sought him out. They clashed, but after hearing each other's stories, they realized they shared the same goal. Civ even offered him a devil fruit, but Sparrow refused. He then joined the Obsidian Pirates. Sparrow, the Blade Mourner. Now, meet Ryujin, the Navigator of the Obsidian Pirates. Requested by Christopher. Born of a human father and a giant mother, Ryujin was never truly accepted on his home island for being a half-blood. Before he left, his mother gave him a compass to guide his journey and help him find where he belongs. While sailing alone with a boat full of valuables, a pirate crew tried to rob him. In self-defense, he accidentally killed them all with raw strength. Seeing their high bounties, Ryujin went to claim the reward, only to be thrown into prison by corrupt marines. Later, Civ and the Obsidian Pirates raided that same marine-infested island. During the chaos, they freed the prisoners. Grateful, Ryujin pledged loyalty to Civ and became the crew's navigator. As a gift, Civ entrusted him with the Earth fruit. Ryujin, the Earth Shaker. Next up is Oswald and Mocha, the cook of the Obsidian Pirates. Requested by Goofy Boy and Mocha. A Lunarian by blood, Oswald escaped the cruel fate of his people and lived in hiding. Working quietly as an errand boy in a small restaurant, he masked his true identity until someone exposed him. The government captured him and sent him to Punk Hazard, where they experimented on him with artificial devil fruits. They forced him to eat the wasp fruit, which mutated his body. His black wings turned insect-like, and his right hand transformed into a deadly stinger. While in prison, Oswald met Mocha, a mysterious living slime, an abandoned experiment just like him. Mocha broke Oswald's chains, and together they fled to sea. Eventually, they crossed paths with the Obsidian Pirates. Civ caught the scent of their cooking and was impressed. With nowhere else to go, Oswald and Mocha joined the crew. Oswald and Mocha, the experiment. Next is Rehumi, the sniper of the Obsidian Pirates, requested by Ricochet Art. Once a royal guard, Rehumi served his king with unwavering loyalty, willing to give his life to protect the throne. But when war broke out, he was sent on a suicide mission meant to fail. The king never cared for his survival. Rehumi was just a pawn to buy time. Betrayed and broken, Rehumi abandoned the kingdom and became a bounty hunter. Cold and distant, he trusted no one and worked alone until he crossed paths with Civ. They clashed. Civ challenged him. "If you lose, you serve under my flag." Rehumi accepted and lost, but instead of shame, Civ gave him a purpose and the switch fruit, a devil fruit that allows him to transform his firearms into different types of guns. Rehumi, the living arsenal. Next is Mirage, the scholar of the Obsidian Pirates, requested by Cursed Manwa. He's a tantata with a burning question. Why do so many races exist in the world? Yet, inequality still thrives, especially for someone his size. Determined to find answers, he snuck aboard a vessel hoping for discovery, but ended up stranded on a dangerous island filled with beasts for a year. In his desperation, he found the summon fruit, which lets him project larger and stronger version of himself to intimidate or defend. One day, the Obsidian Pirates landed on the island. For the first time in a year, Mirage felt hope. He asked to hitch a ride back home, but Civ saw potential in him and offered him a spot in the crew. Mirage accepted, hoping the sea would lead him to the truth. Mirage, the tiny terror. And then we have Rio, the doctor of the Obsidian Pirates, requested by Willpat101. Rio lived in a superstitious village where devil fruits were seen as witchcraft. After accidentally eating the blood fruit, he kept it a secret. The fruit gave him the ability to manipulate his own blood. One day, pirates attacked his village. Rio fought back, using his power to protect everyone. Battered and bleeding, he won, but it didn't matter. The village still saw him as a demon. He was exiled. Broken and alone, he walked to the shore, where he collapsed. That's when Civ and the Obsidian Pirates arrived. They didn't raise a weapon. Instead, Civ simply said, "You don't belong here." Rio, seeing a crew of devil fruit users who accepted who they are, finally felt welcome. Rio, the Crimson Blood. And now, I present to you the Obsidian Pirates. If you want your character featured, check the guidelines and comment down below. See you in the next one. Peace out!